Welcome to the City of Nelson's Pre-Treated Organics program. This program provides Nelson households with a kitchen appliance called the FoodCycler, which makes it easier to manage your household food waste. This short tutorial outlines your responsibility for the FoodCycler, as well as the program supports we have in place, including drop-off bins, a repair program, carbon refills, and more. Let's get started. The appliance you receive through this program belongs to the City of Nelson, and it is registered to you at your home address. This means that if you are moving houses, you are required to notify us prior to your move. You'll need to submit a moving form and follow instructions from program staff for whether to leave the FoodCycler for the next resident or return it to the program. If you move into a home with a FoodCycler, you need to fill out a moving form as well, so that you can take over the appliance from the previous resident. The moving form is found at nelson.ca/organicsresources, or you can scan the QR code on the sticker on your appliance. Misusing or removing the FoodCycler may result in replacement costs.
The FoodCycler is an indoor food waste recycler. It's a convenient alternative to composting because of its unique vortex grinding technology. The FoodCycler breaks down even the toughest of food waste and will easily become part of your everyday routine. It's easy to use, odorless, quiet, convenient, and energy efficient, creating a nutrient-rich soil amendment in hours that can be used to enhance your backyard garden, or it can be stored and dropped off at one of our drop-off locations around the city. In this video, we'll unbox your appliance and go over all the core parts of your unit. Your FoodCycler comes completely assembled right out of the box. Your box will include your FoodCycler unit and electrical plug, one refillable carbon filter, one carbon refill pack, a removable waste bucket, one bucket lid with deodorizing carbon filter liner, and the operating manual that has all safety and troubleshooting information. Please be sure to read your manual.
Now let's set up your new FoodCycler. First, you'll need to find the City of Nelson sticker and secure it to the lid of the appliance. This shows that the appliance belongs to the City of Nelson, and it includes the QR code you can scan to access all the program resources, including repair program and troubleshooting support. If your FoodCycler was delivered in the mail, find the sticker in the packing slip with your program guide. Next, place the FoodCycler on a dry, flat surface and make sure it is unplugged.
Remove the safety warning tab from the bucket. Notice the blades in the bucket are very sharp. Always be careful when handling the bucket and do not put your hands inside. Next, let's set up your reusable carbon filter. Remove the reusable filter. It should slide out easily. To open the filter, twist the lid counterclockwise until it clicks open. Open the carbon filter packet and pour your carbon filter pellets into the filter. We recommend doing this over a large bowl or your sink, as the pellets can be a bit messy if spilled. Replace the filter lid by turning the lid clockwise. Install the filter back into the unit and close the lid. Whenever you're ready to start a cycle, plug in your unit. You are now ready for your first cycle. The FoodCycler can be used or placed in just about any area indoors that has a power outlet and sufficient space. You will want to ensure good circulation around the appliance to make sure it operates well and to protect your cabinets from the steam coming from the filters. See page 12 in your program guide for more ideas on where to put your FoodCycler. Now let's review what can and cannot be put into your FoodCycler. The redesigned FoodCycler is very robust and can process most household food waste with ease. Some of the things that can be put into the unit include meat, most bones, seafood and shells, fruit and vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, and eggshells. Do not add beef bones, candy and gum, oil and fats, cardboard, or compostable plastics to your FoodCycler. See your loose leaf insert in your program guide or user manual for a full list of items that might need to be cut up prior or added in smaller amounts. Like any healthy diet, the FoodCycler performs best when fed a wide variety of foods. For optimal performance, feed your FoodCycler a combination of wet and dry foods. It's best to drain off any excess liquids like broth from soup before adding it to your FoodCycler.
To help prevent jams, you can add a scoop of pre-treated food waste from a previous cycle before running the appliance.
We recommend that you fill your bucket when it's outside of the unit. This ensures that food waste does not spill over or into the unit. The bucket can be removed from the FoodCycler and is a helpful companion to keep where you can easily add your food scraps as you prepare your meal, like under your sink or on your counter. Be sure not to overload or pack down the food waste in the bucket. Now that you've filled the bucket, you are ready to run a cycle. Place the bucket into the FoodCycler and rotate it until it sinks fully into the unit. The bucket and handle should sit flush in the unit. Close the unit lid. Make sure your unit is plugged in. Press the on button. You will see the LED track begin to rotate. This indicates that your cycle is running. The FoodCycler uses a 3-phase cycle to grind and aerate nearly all types of food waste. The last phase cools the bucket and its contents, but it may still be warm when the cycle ends. You may now remove the bucket from the unit. Be mindful of the heat plate at the bottom of your FoodCycler. This will be hot and should never be touched during or after a cycle. Empty the soil amendment and begin collecting your food waste again. With the help of the FoodCycler, food waste can be transformed into a valuable, nutrient-rich soil amendment that can be used in your yard or garden. This helps return nutrients and organic matter to the soil, providing benefits to the environment and promoting healthy plant growth. The color of your soil amendment can vary anywhere from light to dark brown. This is influenced by the food waste from the cycle. Although pre-treating our food waste is a helpful step in making it less attractive to animals, it is also crucial that we store the amendment correctly. For daily storage, we recommend users put a small bucket with an airtight lid underneath their sink. When the bucket is full, empty it into a sealed container inside of your home, like an enclosed garage, closet, cupboard, or basement. Keeping it dry is essential to reduce odor and allow for extended storage. A 5-gallon bucket is ideal. You can reuse one you already have at home, or you can purchase one at the hardware store. This size can store about 3 months worth of household pre-treated food waste based on a 2-person household. You can then transport the soil amendment to a drop-off location or use it on site. One of the many benefits of this program is the access it gives residents to a nutrient-rich soil amendment. It is important to note, although the soil amendment is in its early stages of decomposition, it still needs to mature and does not have the same characteristics as finished compost. You can either mix it into your soil before planting or further process it in a home composter. In the program guide, you will find helpful information provided by the manufacturer of your FoodCycler about how and when to mix the soil amendment into your garden or your backyard composter. For best results, we recommend you review this information carefully.
If you're not using your soil amendment at home, you can bring it into the pre-treated organics drop-off bin, which is located in the Lakeside Recycling Depot at 70 Lakeside Drive. You can use this bin throughout the year. Check your program guide or rdck.ca for depot hours. The drop-off bin accepts pre-treated food waste from the FoodCycler, as well as the whole used carbon pellets from the filter. Regular food scraps are not accepted. This drop-off bin is provided by the City of Nelson with support from the Regional District of Central Kootenay to allow it to be placed at the recycling depot. If you have questions about the bin, please contact City of Nelson staff. This location may change in future. Check nelson.ca/organics for current drop-off locations. Pre-treating our food waste is a helpful step to make it less attractive to animals, but it's also important to store the soil amendment correctly, which means keeping it dry and storing it indoors. The FoodCycler appliance also needs to be used indoors and stored inside when not in use. No one wants to see wildlife like bears become a risk to public safety, and we all need to do our part to keep wildlife safe.
The safest choice for your soil amendment will be the drop-off locations or to mix it into your garden. If you are using the soil amendment in your home composter, please follow the instructions in your program guide to avoid attracting animals.
Hello, my name is Lisa. I'm from WildSafe BC and I'm your community coordinator here in Nelson. We are excited about the program because it will help residents reduce their food waste. And don't forget to manage your other wildlife attractants like your fruit trees, storing your garbage securely, and cleaning your barbecues to help reduce human-wildlife conflict in our community. For more information, visit our website on wildsafebc.com.
The FoodCycler uses a refillable carbon filter to neutralize odors while processing food waste. If you start to notice an odor from your FoodCycler, or if the appliance notifies you that a filter change is needed, it's time to replace the carbon pellets following the instructions on page 8 of your user manual. Carbon pellets are available free of charge for Nelson residents from the carbon dispenser. For refill locations, see the program page at nelson.ca/organics or check your program guide. The carbon pellets are only intended for use in your FoodCycler, and they must be used immediately in order to work in your appliance. When emptying your old pellets from the filter, don't just throw them away. The whole used carbon pellets can be added to your soil amendment and deposited at the drop-off bin. Do not process the pellets in your FoodCycler.
Pay attention to how your appliance is processing your food waste. If there are concerns, refer to your troubleshooting section of the user manual or visit foodcycler.com for more information. The user manual is also available at nelson.ca/organics. If the issue persists, fill out a troubleshooting and repair form found on the resource page, or follow the instructions of your program guide. Check out nelson.ca/organics for program information such as video tutorials and other materials. For a helpful list of frequently asked questions, how-to videos, and additional information, go to the FoodCycler website at foodcycler.com. For additional community support on the use of your appliance, check out the Facebook group called FoodCycler Pilot Program Champions. You can also contact an early adopter in your friend group, workplace, or neighborhood. As Nelson is the first community in Canada to test pre-treating household food waste at a community level, we welcome your feedback and we look forward to learning alongside of you. Your participation matters.